Our vision at Soccer for Children this week was to again show that we can mobilize children, that we can get the best coaches, and that we can invest in the lives of children.
My name is Neo, my surname is Mafunise. I came here to Soccer for Children to learn stuff and to play soccer. I love soccer, it's my passion.
Monday was a great day, all arrived on time. Thank you very much from churches from Lenasia, Katlehong in the East End, the church from Zandstreet, the church from Alexander and Soweto. Arrival was around between 9 and 12. Registration took place. They were allocated rooms, indemnity forms were exchanged. Then they went for lunch. Late in the afternoon, went for team building session where they had some fun stuff, running with the egg, and they had some sack competition. It was good fun too. And they had time off around 5:30, 6 o'clock they had dinner, and then they watched the DVD session. The highlight again as they were coming in, from Nedbank they received the gift. They had some gifts pack. They received the watches because they had to have their watches on the first day, because then they have to know what time they're supposed to be up in the morning, what time they're supposed to be doing their training sessions, and so on. The program ran in the same breath on Tuesday. Wake up early in the morning, 6:15, and then clean up their rooms, went for their shower, came for breakfast at 7:30, and then at 8:15 they start with the leadership session. And leadership sessions, they were all different. They were focused on different themes. And when they finished with the leadership session, then they went to the field with their senior coach, Coach Kulu, and then he will split them into 4 groups to the different 4 junior coaches. And then they did the tactical part and the technical part of the game, and they did some of the positioning of the ball and the body, how to pass the ball, and just to learn the skill side of the ball. And then the lunchtime also at around 1 o'clock, and then they took a break, went back to the field, had dinner at 5 o'clock, and then they had time off somewhere late in the evening. On Tuesday evening, they had a time of their life when they did the Old Testament survey, how to learn Old Testament through hand signs from Genesis to Malachi and till the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. And that was phenomenal. The boys were excited, screaming the geography, the names of the characters in the Bible. It was phenomenal. And then after the Bible, with Ray Stradom presenting it, then they watched the DVD session. Come Wednesday, wake up again as usual, leadership session, and then they refresh for lunch after they've done some skill sets at the field, and then they had dinner. Then they did Old Testament Part 2, which was great. So they finished what they started Tuesday, and they finished it on Wednesday. Come Thursday, same routine again. We went to the field and so on. In the evening, they watch a DVD session. You have to remember that every evening they watch a DVD just to make sure that their minds are occupied until they're tired to sleep. The beauty with our kitchen staff was that they made sure that these kids eat healthy food. There were veggies, there was meat, there was chicken, a variety of healthy food that was provided for them, a little bit of dessert, a lot of water, juice there and there so that the boys don't get dehydrated as they play. And then in the evening as they're watching a movie, they had a snack from popcorn. Sometimes they'll have muffins, which was great for the boys. They ate well and they ate healthy. Come the big day on Friday. Friday was the highlight for everyone, because on Friday they woke up in the morning, had breakfast, then they had a leadership session. Then guess what? Boom, the bus arrived right on time, 8:15, drove to Soweto, to one of our national landmark stadiums. Billions of rand invested on that stadium. The boys drove in there. The stadium management welcomed us pretty well. Palisa, one of the ladies who was responsible to host us at Orlando Stadium, received us, went to the boardroom, welcomed everyone, met with Antonio de Costa, one of our co-founders for Soccer for Children, who works with Ernst & Young, did the introduction to the boys, and then thanked the boys for coming, then handed over to the stadium management, took us through the tour of the whole stadium, from the presidential suite to the Pashasha seats in Orlando Stadium, showed us the rooms, change rooms for the soccer players, where Orlando Pirates would regularly be, and the visiting team, tour around the gymnasium. It was a fantastic day. But the biggest thing was when the boys went to play on the soccer field. Now, part of why we're taking them to the soccer stadium is so that they can begin to see what it means to dream in a real sense. That you can have a sense and a feel of what the dream feels like, even though you're still in the process of dreaming. And then it is just to say to them, it is achievable. You can achieve your dream. That was Friday. 2 games were played. First 2 games, we've seen an incredible scheme. Saturday, which was the closing day. Woke up in the morning, they had breakfast. We had a guest from a school in the northern suburb in Randbeck, from the King's School. And the boys came here with about 24 young people to come and play with the Soccer for Children teams. It was unbelievable. The first game they played, the first team lost 10-0. And then we thought the King's School second team will do better. And they walloped them also. They lost 10-0. So the team for Soccer for Children were incredible. And after that, they were presented with medals. And then the chairman of the board, Mr. Maurice Khadede, he was part of the presentation of the medals. What an honor for us to have him. He's not only the chairman of the board, but he also worked with Sasol Oil. Came on board just to present the medal. He was our keynote speaker for the boys. On top of that, we had the president of SAFA, Mr. Kestin Nematendani, came on board, did a powerful talk with the boys, using his 5 fingers to teach them what the fingers represent. Each finger had a meaning so that the kids can remember it. And then he did presentations of the medals to the coaches, presentations of the trophies to the winning teams. And that was a highlight. The day was closed pretty well. Immediately when they finished, the boys jumped into the pool as the closing party, and we were celebrating. It was also great to see all the pastors and churches coming to fetch the boys with the buses and combis. Soccer for Children 2012, it's been a great success. And again, I want to say thank you to my colleague Martin Deacon. Thank you to Lee Haley. Thank you to the entire staff of Walk to the Bible, Turn the Tide for Children, who are hosting Soccer for Children as their key main project. And also thank you to Kathy Shaft, the staff that cooked for us. Everyone who's been part of this, it's been a great success. And we want to say thank you to our donors. First of all, I want to say thank you to Yaku, who's been very generous from Spa and Spa Bucks for providing such an incredible sponsor for us to make this camp a great success. I want to say thanks again to Nedbank for their contribution, for not only giving towards the soccer academy that is running, or the soccer clinic, but also to the school and the education of the boys, which is a key part of why we emphasize. It's been amazing. Thank you again to Wait to Live for their contribution with rings, because the boys took the rings, put on the rings in their fingers to commit to stay abstinent. It's been fantastic. And the day has come to an end. To God be the glory.